Hi guys, we're going to do sum of unique elements. So we're given an integer array nums, and the unique elements of an array are the elements that appear exactly once in the array. And they want us to return the sum of all the unique elements of nums. So in this example, nums is this array, and we output 4 because the only unique elements in this array are 1 and 3. And so 1 plus 3 is 4. Because 2 we have duplicates here. So then this one we output 0 because there's no unique elements, so the sum is 0. And then for example 3, then we output 15 because every single element is unique, so we just add them all up. So for this one, we're going to want to keep track of the counts of each of the numbers that we come across in the array. So we're going to loop through nums, and then for every number, we want to store how many of each number we encounter. So we're going to store the count in a hash map. So we're going to map each number to how many of that number we come across. So let's start by initializing our hash map. And then we're going to loop through nums. And for every number, we're going to, if we have it, then just increment it by 1 every time we encounter it, or if we don't have it, then we're going to set the value equal to 1. So okay, so that is going to set up our hash map. So for this one, if our input is this, then our map is going to look like, so when we go through here, so we encounter 1 time, so we're going to map 1 to 1, then we get to 2, and we don't have a 2, so we're going to map 2 to 1 because we've found 1, 2 so far. Then 3, we don't have a 3, so we're going to map 3 to 1 since we found 1, 3 so far. And then 2, we already have a 2, so we're just going to increase this to 2. And then that's what our map is going to look like once we're all done looping through our array. So then once we've had the map set up, then we're going to want to loop through all of the numbers, like all of the keys in our map, and all of the keys that have a value of 1, because that means that it's unique because we only have 1 in the entire nums array, then we're going to add all of those up into a running sum. So we're going to want to keep track of our sum and initialize that to 0, and then we're going to loop through all of the keys in the map. So like that, and then for every single number, if the value is 1, then we're going to add that number, like the number, so like 1 here or 3 here, to our sum. So if the value is 1, then sum is going to plus equal to num. And then at the end, we're just going to return sum. So okay, and then our time is O of n because we need to loop through our nums array, n is number of elements in our nums array. So because we need to loop through every single element in the array to add it to our map. And then once we add it to our map, then worst case, if every single one's unique, then we're going to have to loop through every single number again. So like in this case where every single one is unique, then our map would look like 1 mapping to 1, 2 mapping to 1, 3 mapping to 1, 4 mapping to 1, and 5 mapping to 1. So we still need to iterate through every single element. But either way, we already do that just from the first loop up here. But this is the loop where we loop through the hash map. So yeah, time is O of n, and then space is also O of n, which I basically just went over why, because worst case, right, if every single one is unique, then our hash map is going to have to store every single number just with a count of 1. So space is also O of n. So that's it for this problem. It was a pretty quick one. Thank you guys for watching, and let me know what problem I should do next. Bye.